Good morning, y'all. So I kind of feel like this is Groundhog Day. Like I'm doing this day over again. So we have Camden's appointment today. It wasn't yesterday. If you missed that video, it is today. And oh my goodness, we did not get a whole lot of sleep. There's a whole story to that. I will tell y'all later whenever I'm more coherent. But meanwhile, I need coffee and get Camden ready for his appointment. Myself, obviously, I need to get in the shower. I have not gotten there yet. But oh, this coffee's gonna taste so good this morning. He is so close to rolling over. He like just stops there. Are you just a little roly-poly? Are you a little lazy? You don't want to finish the job. You don't want to finish the job. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, so I had to stop and get gas. So as I got here, I was getting out my debit card and it wasn't in the spot where I normally put it. So I totally was freaking out. But last night at the boys' game, I let Addie and Taylor get something from the concession stand and they took my debit card and they didn't put it in the right spot. Anyways, you know that panic moment of, oh my goodness, am I like out here without my debit card? That would be bad because I literally have 20 miles left to the gallon and I'm all the way close to the Camden's appointment. And so that would not be a good place to be without a debit card when you need gas. I have done that more than once and not had my wallet. Anyways, I like to live life on the edge, I guess. Anyways, so I realized I was saying whenever I was getting my coffee this morning for Camden's appointment. So in a previous vlog, I was taking Camden to his appointment. So this was yesterday. And I got there and well, his appointment wasn't that day, it's today. So we are repeating this. So in case y'all missed that vlog, that's what's happening. So we're on our way for Camden to have his follow-up ultrasound and appointment with the urologist to check on his kidneys. He has hydronephrosis, in case y'all missed all of that information. So I'm believing for a good report after I get gas. Thankful I have my debit card and money to do this. I'm like, gas is $3.44 a gallon here. So I'm curious, what is it like in your area? Because this is getting very expensive. It just $75 to fill up the beast.
Mom,
all right, doing this again. You ready? You ready?
You ready? Imagine them say it's tomorrow, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
It's like this, but it's never.
Yeah. No, it's actually today. This is his bow shirt that Addie made a while ago. Is that your bow shirt? See, not like a girly bow, but a boy bow. He's just like, what are you doing? What's going on? Can you say, my kidneys are good? Huh? Yay! Say, praise the Lord, we don't need surgery. Huh? He's watching Addison. What's he doing? Say, my kidneys are healthy.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Big boys are healthy.
Hi. What's he doing? He's so sweet. What? He was just like mesmerized with Addie, so Addie had to take him. But so his appointment went really good. They obviously first did the ultrasound. He was okay for the first portion of it, and then the last 5 to 8 minutes he cried. And he also had a big blowout too. And even the ultrasound tech was like, I think he might have pooped. And I was like, oh, I checked his diaper and I didn't think that he did. But there ended up being poop all over the, you know, the paper that they put out on the thing. I was like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. So I had to change his outfit, you know, the whole thing. So I was like, you would think he was my first baby. Like, I'm sorry. I checked, but I didn't see poop. And well, anyways, it's because it wasn't in the diaper, it was everywhere else. Anyway, so ultrasound went good except for the poop explosion in the last 7-ish minutes of him crying. But then the urologist came in. So the urologist came in and said that radiology has not seen the ultrasound results yet. And so then they kind of give the final report. He was like, but he's a urologist. This is what he does all day long. He said that it looks the same as it was, if not a teensy-weensy bit better. He said, so at this point, unless urology happens to see something a little crazy, he would say that everything is perfectly fine and no need to do anything and to follow up whenever he's a year old. There is a chance that it can get worse over time, and there's a chance, obviously, that it can go away and get better, too. So he said that there was 2 small spots that he saw that could potentially be fluid, but they're not to cause alarm. And he said if this was me telling my wife about one of my children, I would say don't lose sleep over it. So I was like, okay, not exactly sure how to take that, except he did say his kidneys are 100% healthy. There's no, so like whenever one of our daughters had this, there was distress on both of the kidneys, and hers was more severe and had surgery. She was also older though too. Anyway, so he looks good for now, and we will check again at a year. And he said at that point, it can either be that we check, you know, like if it's growing, then we will, you know, obviously check more often. But if it's not, he's like, I would be fine saying only come in if you think that there's an issue. But so that is the update on him. And he's still just over here loving on Addie. He's starting to like give kisses. That's so sweet. He kept doing that to me in the office. But anyway, so healthy kidneys. Maybe still a little bit of fluid, but no reason to do anything. So I call that good. So we are praising Jesus that he doesn't need surgery. I'm very thankful for that. What you doing? Hey, he's such a big boy. All right, so I'm gonna start getting dinner prepped and ready because I have the time. Because this evening I'm actually going to, it's called Mom's Night In. It's a small group with our church and I'm super excited about it. So just moms hanging out, enjoying some food, but I'm gonna get dinner ready for my family here. So while, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. She brought me the meal. While I am prepping dinner, I thought that I would tell you my crazy story that happened last night and why I've got little extra bags under my eyes. I can't believe it. Anyways, so let me get this prepped and then I'll tell you the crazy story. So for dinner, I've got broccoli cooking in the microwave. This is also going to be somewhat part of my freezer cooking video that y'all will see. But I was looking for an old recipe that I was searching on Pinterest, and a recipe kind of reminded me of it. I was like, Nathan really liked that. So I'm going to make that again. It's called lattice top chicken. So I'm going to make one for now and one to go in the freezer. But I had to pull out like my old recipe box that, you know, I never actually organized. Oh my goodness. Like, so I was looking through all of these, and some of these recipes, goodness, these are so old. I have not pulled this out in forever. But it's making me want to like flip through and maybe I'll find some recipes that would be good to have now. I've always like thought to Parmesan crusted chicken of like doing a binder. Maybe one day, you know, in my spare time, I'll get organized in my life. But meanwhile, this is what I got. I knew where it was though, y'all. I knew where my stuff was. Okay, so that's the sound of the microwave behind you. I'm making my cream of chicken soup. Actually, y'all will see exactly how I do this in my freezer cooking meal video. So I don't know which one's coming out first because I am not that organized in my life, y'all. Just how I roll. Okay, so while I'm making this, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. So last night we were leaving for the boys' football game. Okay, kids are over here like distracting me. So we were backing out of our driveway for the boys' football game, okay? So the house across the street from us has been vacant for a long time, y'all, a long time. Probably a little over a year. And actually the people who lived there beforehand, it was an elderly man, so he didn't come and go a lot, okay? And he never parked on the street. You see where I'm going? So, the people that have finally moved in have been having work done, and there's been a lot of vehicles. Like, I'm talking like 6 to 8 vehicles across the street. So, yes, Nathan should have been more mindful, okay? He's pulling out of the driveway, and we're kind of angled, like the way that our driveway is in our yard, our front yard. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's not an excuse. The Comcast van was parked on the side of the road, okay? Nathan backed into him. Yes, he did. And actually our van received more damage. Yes, my new van. Whenever we got home from the game though, Nathan like was able to kind of buff most of it out. There's a metal piece that, I mean, the doors can open. Nobody was hurt. I'm talking way too much and not doing my, and I might have just ruined this. I got it a little too thick. So anyways, he pulled out, he backed into the Comcast van. He knocked on the door, nobody answered. And so he walked around the side of the yard because he figured Comcast was outside. So he found the guy and told him, hey, I'm sorry, you know. And the guy was like, well, I don't know what to do. But Nathan gave him our information, okay? So that was it. Left for the game. Gave him all of our information, you know, did obviously what we were supposed to do, okay? Went to the game, came home. That's when Nathan was buffing our dent out of the bumper. Thankfully, I mean, at the Comcast van, I mean, you could tell that something hit it, but it's not like it was a new, pristine van. Anyway, so let me finish this. Okay, maybe I can chop broccoli and talk better. So, I mean, I got the sauce done, but so we're home for the evening. Put the kids to bed. Nathan and I are going to bed. I should have been asleep. It was late. It was 12:30 at night, okay? Totally should have been asleep, but I wasn't. Thankfully, I wasn't, because I think this would have scared me a whole lot more. We have the Ring on our house. And so my phone, because I was watching something on my phone notified me, and we get those notifications all the time, but it's like the community alerts, you know, late at night. Okay, so it's normally just the community tab that late at night. Anyways, I look and no, it says somebody's at your front door, and I'm like, what the heck? So I hit the live view, and there's the lights on all across the street, the house across the street. So I thought maybe our Ring was just picking up motion from across the street, because sometimes that happens. Okay, and again, that house has been vacant, so there hasn't been a lot of activity there, okay? So I was like, okay, well then it says it again. Someone's at your front door, or person at the front door detected is what it says. And I'm like, okay, so I clicked again. There's somebody at our front door, and I am totally like freaking out. And then my next thought is, this kind of looks like a cop. Like, I mean, I think it's black and white. Anyways, it's 12:30 at night, okay? I'm like, Nathan, somebody's at our front door. And then the doorbell rings. And I'm like, Nathan, somebody's at our front door. And they're ringing the doorbell. So it made me feel just a little bit better. So we come like rushing out here. And I could have sworn, y'all, that I saw somebody walk by here with a flashlight. So I come running, looking out the window. Nathan's going to the front door. Okay, yes, it's the cops. And I'm like, first of all, I didn't see anybody whenever I walked over here. So I don't know if I was just seeing things, or maybe another police officer was walking. Not exactly sure why the police officer would walk. So we actually keep our floodlights on all the time outside, just for safety. Anyways, but I was like, so Nathan opens the door. Okay, so the cop says, I'm here to get your statement for the accident. And Nathan's like, well, can you give me a minute? Because he's in his boxers, y'all. And he's like, yes. So Nathan comes in, gets dressed. And I'm like, Nathan, you need to tell him not to be knocking on our door at 12:30 at night. And he's like, Jessica, this is the cops. I'm not going to say that to him. So he did happen to mention something to him like, why are you coming to get my statement this late? And well, apparently he came while we were at the game. Still, y'all, I think it's 100% wrong that he came that late at night. One, we have kids that are asleep. Two, that scared the bejesus out of me, okay? Like, to have somebody come to your door in the middle of the night to get a statement of a, you know, fender bender, basically. Well, when the Comcast guy got back to work, he told his boss, and he said, well, you have to report it, you have to call the cops. So thankfully, Nathan didn't get a ticket. So Nathan was out there, like, we didn't go to bed till 1:45, okay? Because he was out there for a while talking to the cops, and actually, y'all, I watched the whole thing through the Ring. And Nathan came inside, he's like, you were such a nerd. Anyways, it was kind of interesting. But I was like, I cannot believe that he is knocking on our door this late at night. So it woke up Miley. So Miley was peeping with me, watching the whole thing. And I'm thankful that Nathan didn't get a ticket. And Nathan was cooperative. He didn't say anything. But I just kind of think it's wrong. Like, he should have came in the morning. Or, I mean, Nathan's phone number should have been on the information. I mean, make a phone call or something. I don't know. But, and Nathan, I heard him say it, so I don't know if the cops were questioning him. Nathan's like, I didn't flee the scene. Like, I gave the guy my information. And he said, I don't know what to do. Nathan's like, well, you got my information. You know, obviously our insurance will pay for our damages. But, y'all, seriously? So, I already wake up, you know, often enough for the baby. But then to have that happen at 12:30 at night and then stay up till about 1:45 because of it. And then we're both like, ramped up after that. Like, we could not go back to sleep. But anyways, so I just have to share that with y'all because I just thought it was crazy. Whew, so got dinner prepped. It is sitting here ready to go. I just have to put the topping on it and get that baking for them. Got the kitchen all cleaned up. Y'all should have seen what it looked like before. If I remember, I'll insert a clip of what it looked like messy, because I think I took one for the freezer cooking video. Ooh, a lot of work. Got the dishwasher running. Got most of this washed up. Taylor ended up finishing it off for me, which was very helpful because, well, Mom was tired after doing all the cooking and cleaning and all of that. But we got some food ready to go for the freezer, some meat for the fridge, so be sure to check out that freezer cooking video. I guess I gotta finish cleaning up all this stuff. Harper is obsessed with playing with water, and she constantly does this. Oh my goodness. I almost did it, y'all. I almost did it. I was so nervous. So I put my sourdough starter in the oven with the light on for a good portion of the day today. I think one of y'all recommended that. I don't know. I've been reading a lot about sourdough, listening to y'all's comments. I want to master this thing. So I put it in the oven today. I don't remember if I read it or if somebody suggested it. Regardless, whoever said it, thank you. So I think my plan is I'm going to leave it in overnight. But I put a note. Sourdough in the oven, and I'm glad that I did because I was just about to preheat the oven for dinner and that stopped me. So it has been in there probably since like 9:30 this morning. I did take it out and feed it and put it back. So that was one thing that I read, is maybe I'm not feeding it enough, or I don't know. So we still got some time to work on this thing, but I remembered that it was in there before I put dinner in the oven. So I topped off the casserole with crescent rolls. This is called lattice top chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the oven. So glad that I got all this done ahead of time. So I'm gonna go start getting ready for my mom's night out. All right, here it is all cooked up. It is really, really delicious.
Are you sure?
Does that look good? Am I sure?
Yeah, I helped make Reagan. I helped. I'm a good helper.
You are a good helper, thank you.
Let me get mine. Reagan. Her sis started her bracelet.
No, it's okay.
Reagan.
Camden just woke up from a little cat nap on Mama. Well, I am about to, oh, Kinley's upset, obviously. Nathan has her in the kitchen. I am about to get ready to go to my mom's night out, which, well, it's mom's night in because it's at a friend's house, but I'm looking forward to that time. It just kind of have some time away with some friends. But before I ended this video, I wanted to let y'all know that Nathan is doing much, much better. I think him getting that medicine like right away was a game changer. Like, I mean, he got it the day after he tested positive. So anyways, I think that helped a lot. He still is pretty tired, but could just be because he works and has 11 kids and a wife to take care of. I mean, who knows? So anyways, I wanted to say thank you so much for your prayers. I obviously am still fine. Hoping it stays that way. And say thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see y'all in the next video. You say bye, Camden? Oh, and he almost rolled over today. He almost rolled over. Like, his arm, like, he's just got to get that arm out, and he's got it. And I meant to say this too. I'm never going to end this video, y'all. He is 16.5 pounds. I've been calling him my sack of potatoes because carrying him around. Nathan does have Kinley. Anyways, I'm gonna for real end it. Get this boy up, huh? You ready to sit up, huh? Yeah? Say we'll see you all in the next video. Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye.